just received a news that IPOB has sacked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as her supreme leader. And after reading that news, I smiled. I just remember another popular saying by Pope John Paul II, a saying that he says that the smoke of the devil has entered the church through the cracks on the wall. That is exactly what we see that is happening here. The smoke of the devil is entering IPOB structure through the cracks on the wall. And now, Biafrans need prayers like ever. Well, as we can see from this news from Punch newspaper, it says IPOB suspends offices of leader, Radio Biafra director. They have suspended the director of Radio Biafra, who is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, right? And then from Guidance, it says IPOB suspends office of leader, Nnamdi Kanu. So they have suspended Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as their supreme leader. And as you can see, this news was published on the 19th day of June, 2026. Well, we are going to read down to this news so that you will see what they said and why they suspended him. Then after reading it, I will tell you something that will shock you. Please do well to subscribe to this channel if this is your first time coming across my video. All right? Now, down to this news. It says, okay, let me zoom it a bit. It says, the Directorate of State of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, has announced the indefinite suspension of the office of the leader of IPOB and the position of Director of Radio Biafra, both of which were previously occupied by Nnamdi Kanu. Okay? The decision, according to the group, will remain in effect pending further notice. It will remain in effect pending further notice. Okay? In a statement, the Directorate said the move forms part of ongoing administrative and organizational measures within the separatist movement. The group did not immediately provide detailed reasons for the suspension, but indicated that further information will be communicated at an appropriate time. They didn't give much details, but they said that further information will be passed at the appropriate time. Now, on a final note on this, it says, the development marks a significant shift in the IPOB's internal structure, as the suspended positions have long been associated with Kanu, who remains a central figure in the movement. Observers say the decision would have implications for the group's leadership framework and future operations. Of course, this decision is going to have a lot of implications in IPOB structure. However, do you know what? This group that suspend Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is actually the third administration of IPOB, who the leader is Mazi Chika Edoziem, the one that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dissolved. So, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, after dissolving this third administration, they, suspended Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as their leader. They want to start their own. They want to form their own. And that was why I told you that proverb at the beginning, or that popular saying that Pope John Paul II said, where he said that the smoke of the devil is entering the church through the cracks on the wall. The smoke of the devil is about to enter this structure. And that is why I'm begging you. I've said this in my previous videos, and I'm saying it again. Biafrans, at this time, need to pray, because the smoke of the devil is about to enter the structure through the cracks on the wall. You can imagine where where an apprentice is sacking his oga. It's just quite funny. But in real sense, it's not funny, because this is a very serious case. An apprentice is sacking his oga because his oga is in prison. What a sad news. What a sad news. But then, I can't forget, I will still remind you an interview where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu granted. An interview that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu granted, where he said some things about this and about the reason why he is doing what he's doing. Oh yes. So please, I want to beg you to spend a little time and listen to Kanu in this interview. And then maybe you understand. Then you do well to drop your comment in the comment section, because after dissolving this organization, this third administration, a lot of people have come out to say, no, why will Mazi Nnamdi Kanu do that? Why will he do that? Meanwhile, some people are saying that, yes, he is right, that he has done well. So there has been a lot of, debate he shouldn't have done it. He should, doing it is the right thing. So where do you belong? Do you think that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is right by suspending this, third administration? Or do you think that he's wrong? Drop your comment in the comment section. I'll be there to reply you, all right? And then do well to subscribe to this channel if this is your first time coming across my video. But now, I'm going to leave you to listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu once again.
Everything we are saying and doing is geared towards one outcome, a referendum. If they agree, fine. If they don't agree.
So who is going to organize this referendum that you've been talking about?
The United Nations will have to organize it at the right time. They will.
If it is not organized, what is your plan B?
We continue with civil unrest and civil disobedience, boycott of elections. As one of our great heroes said, we will boycott all boycottables until we get what we want. The British never wanted to leave Africa, but they did. Russia never wanted the Soviet Union to break up, but it did. Serbia never wanted Yugoslavia to break up, but it did. Sudan never wanted South Sudan. They never wanted South Sudan to be free. They're free today. Ethiopia never wanted, Eritrea to be free, but today Eritrea is free. So that tells you all you need to know. It is not in their hands because you know what? Power belongs to the people. Anything we want is what we're going to get.
Once again, I want to ask this. Do you think this dream is realizable without a war? And are you prepared to fight another war?
This dream can be realized without a war. And let me put it this way. As soon as the people, the various ethnic groups in Nigeria realize what Nigeria means to each and every ethnic group, they will subscribe to our position. So it is realizable without a war. Before the white man came, let me ask you this, because it's an interview, which means you can ask me and I can ask you. Before the white man came, was there any Nigeria? Before the white man came, did Nigeria exist? It's a simple question that I'm asking you. Did Nigeria exist before?
It didn't, no.
It didn't exist. Then why are African people, black people dying over something that they did not create? Did any Yoruba man create Nigeria? The answer is no. No Igbo man created Nigeria. No Hausa man did. No Fulani man did. No Kanuri man did. No Jukun man did. When you come to Nigeria, it's always a debate about it is our turn. It is our turn. It is our turn to rule. Now there are over 250 main ethnic groups in Nigeria. If you keep rotating the presidency every 8 years to each and every ethnic group, times 8 by 250. How many years are you going to get? So some people will die many times over. They will reincarnate many times over. The presidency hasn't come to them. Nigeria is a joke and an absolute mess. It was not created by black people. Therefore, it cannot be sustained by black people. I want to see an Africa where a Yoruba nation, a Yoruba mega nation extends from Togo all the way to Edo State. That's what I want. Because that is authentic Africa. I don't know why Africans are so beholden to something that's alien to them. Are you a white man? The looker that created Nigeria is a white man. What are you doing as an African defending something that a white man created out of, should I say, a racist intent? Nigeria was an ordinary company, Royal Niger Company, an ordinary business venture that the British converted into a nation. And Africans are killing themselves trying to maintain something that a white man created. Sometimes I wonder what type of God made African people. I don't understand it. And that is why you have this neo-colonialism. That is why the British High Commissioner had to go to Tinubu to ask him, how do you end this protest? Because if this protest continues, you're jeopardizing our oil. Nnamdi Kanu can use it as an advantage to go and get Biafra. They asked the army to go in and kill people. You people are being ruled by your colonial masters. Your fate is not in your hand. You're in a country that is 60 years old. so to speak. There is no electricity. If I am a Nigerian, I can't come out and say I'm a Nigerian. I'll be ashamed of myself. For 60 years, you have no electricity. For 60 years, no good roads. For 60 years, no good schools. For 60 years, your politicians are traveling abroad for medical treatment. I ask you, what is there to be proud of about Nigeria? Name one thing you can be proud of. Name one thing. It's a question I'm asking you, Dele. Tell me one thing you can be proud of in Nigeria.
Nigerians are amongst the brightest people in the world, including the Igbo people, of which you are one. You are a very brilliant man. That is Nigeria in your DNA.
I was born a Biafran, not a Nigerian. Nigeria is a historical mistake.
Was there a birth certificate at that time that wrote Biafra on it?
Of course, yes. You want me to show you? I will show it to you. I can email it to you. It's not here with me right now. I can email it to you. My person is Biafra.
I don't mind.
I will email it to you. So you see, what I'm asking is, if Nigeria never existed until the white man came, why are you as a black African man defending it? What's the white man created? Why? When you have Yorubas in Benin Republic, Yoruba is in Togo, they speak your language, they eat your food, they dress the same way you do, you have the same culture, the same value system, the same orientation, and I'm asking you, and the white man came from Europe and said, oh, you are Yoruba from Togo, you speak French. You're Yoruba from Benin Republic, you're going to speak French. But you, you're Yoruba from Nigeria, you speak English. Are people not perturbed by that? That level of dehumanization, that level of subjugation. You see, one thing that shocks me about Africa and their class of intellectuals is the fact that they are willing to swallow hook, line, and sinker anything the colonial master gives to them. And I've asked you this very question. Can you go to Europe and create a country as a black man? The answer is no. Then why must you accept what a white man is doing in Africa? Do you see why we are poor and very backwards? Do you see why Nigeria can never have 24 hours of electricity? Never, ever, ever, ever. Because the foundation is faulty. The orientation of Fulani Janja, people were protesting SARS killings in the south. Fulani people in the north were busy having fun and laughing and smiling. And you want to be in the same country with them. Your value system, your reasoning, your understanding, your orientation can never ever be the same. Never be the same. Why did Britain leave the EU? Then I'm asking you, are they not Christians? Are they not Democrats? Don't they believe in free trade and voting people in and voting them out? But then why did Britain leave the EU? Why? The same Britain that left the EU is asking me not to leave Nigeria. Nigeria that is only 100 years old. Your grandfather was not a Nigerian. Was not. So why must you throw away the history of your family, the rich history of Yoruba people? Because a white man called the place Nigeria. Why must you do that? Why? Can I go to England and name them and name them Albania and say all your history is now gone? We are doing our ancestors a disservice. And let me tell you why Black Africa cannot go forward. Some people, not you, some people accepted this nonsensical balkanization of Africa with their useless flag independence. And your ancestors are in the grave. Your ancestors that existed before the white man was born, they are in the grave. You jettison their history and their identity. You banish it, you denigrate it, you insult them by accepting this garbage called Nigeria, and you want them to be happy with you. That is why no black African country can see development. No black, you see South Africa. When whites were running South Africa, everything was good. Now blacks took over. Look at what is happening. Because even the land of Africa itself is angry with us. We went to school for a reason. The reason why you go to school is to question certain things. And the question is this: why is it that you as an African, you're willing to kill, to die for something a white man created when they cannot do something for you? You see how they are not equal to us. You see why they are always better than us. And nobody can tell me with any ounce of conviction or justification The reason why Yoruba people should be in Togo, in Benin, and in Nigeria, why can't they be in one country, same way that the English people are in one country in England? Or should I say in the UK? These are the things that we must ask ourselves.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Mazi Namkano. I mean, you are very passionate about your beliefs. Nobody can take that away from you. So now we get to the stage where I already jotted down some questions from members of the public. The first is that you hold a dual nationality. So they are saying you have a choice, you have an option. What about those who have nowhere to go?
The reason why you are interviewing me today is because I got lucky. My parents didn't get lucky. People who were in my house did not get lucky that very day. They died. My dog also died. Jack, they killed my dog. Now, listen very carefully. People don't understand. There is a level of flippancy in Africa, and should I say, we don't interrogate any concept or phenomenon with a great degree of sincerity. Why do I have a Nigerian passport? The same way that Awolowo, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, held onto a British travel document. Did that stop Awolowo from fighting for Nigeria to be independent? I'm asking you a simple question. Did that stop him? Awolowo went to Glasgow to study.
Document.
Exactly. He traveled abroad. Awolowo traveled abroad to study. He read economics in Scotland, and he came back. Probably even on British scholarship. The fact that Awolowo was availed of free education in England and traveled to England by ship in those days with British papers, did it stop Chief Awolowo from fighting for independence of his people?
And I must say, he was a lawyer.
Thank you. Sorry, I do apologize. He was a lawyer as well, but he also read economics. Do you know he read economics as well? He also read, he's a lawyer. I agree. Now, I'll ask that question again so you answer so that the whole world can hear. Yes, the fact that Awolowo went to England and studied, or let me say Britain and studied, United Kingdom, came back, became a lawyer and an economist. Did that stop Chief Awolowo from campaigning for independence from Britain? I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Hearing you, yeah. I understand your logic, yeah.
Now, the same thing with Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. He traveled to the US. He studied. He traveled to the US with British papers. As somebody traveling from a British colony, he went to the US and he read, and he came back. And a Yoruba man, incidentally, let me tell you why they don't want Yorubas and the Igbos to be. A Yoruba man identified the talent in Nnamdi Azikiwe and appointed him the secretary of NCNC. That Yoruba man is Herbert Macaulay, a Yoruba man. And Zik fought with the likes of Awolowo until Nigeria became free. Why didn't they say, in those days they were very intelligent. Nobody said to Zik, you went to England for free, you studied, you have their passport, now you're fighting and saying they should go. Because in those days, our fathers, they had brain. I'm sorry to say this generation, I don't know what's wrong with them. Is a social media indomie generation. And I hope that after this evening, they will become, should I say, more enlightened as to the issues. I no longer hold dual nationality. I used to have dual nationality for convenience sake, just to travel out of Nigeria, not for anything. And my hatred for Nigeria didn't start today. I've always hated Nigeria. It's a very useless place. Only a fool can say, I am a proud Nigerian. There's something to be proud of. Absolutely nothing. You have nothing. Individually, you're brilliant. The Ngozi Okonjo-Iwealas of this world, our brother who is at African Development Bank, very smart and very brainy, yes, as an individual. But collectively, as a group, the most useless 200 million people in the whole world. Nothing. It's coming out of nothing, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So how can I be a proud Nigerian? Ordinary light you don't have. No, simple light you don't have. How can I be a proud Nigerian? Thank you very much.
Now, your governors have virtually rejected the offer. I mean, those are the most senior representatives of the people. So this person is asking, how do you want to deal with that situation?
How many governors do we have per state?
One
I think it's one, isn't it?
One governor per state, yes. But they
And in a democracy,
they control no. Yes.
How many, during election, how many times does the governor vote?
Once.
Okay. So the people will decide, not the governor. We are not Fulani Janjaweed. We don't have feudal lords in our land. We are Democrats or Republicans. You have only one vote. Only one vote. One governor, one vote. People may dissent, they're entitled to their opinion. One governor, one vote during the plebiscite or referendum. And there is nothing they can do about it. The majority says they want Biafra. So the views of a governor, of course, may be taken into consideration, but it doesn't count because they are in the minority. We are not Fulani people.
Someone has asked, how are you funded?
We are the largest movement on the face of this very planet Earth. IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, all over the world. And our people are very, very generous. They fund us. No politician, no millionaire, no billionaire, nobody. Ordinary people in the diaspora and people at home. They fund this well-oiled machine all over the world. That is why we are formidable. We owe it to them. We don't have any godfathers. That is why I speak the way I do. If there's anybody who can say they are funding us, come out and say it. Nobody does. Ordinary people do. Because everybody wants freedom.